Transform your life with these 3 habits. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 habits that you can start to implement today that will change your life forever. I've run my own online consulting business for just under a year now, and I've picked up so many things along the way, both about myself and the clients that I'm helping hit 5-figure and multiple 5-figure months. And I've noticed the key to success is turning things into habits, making the most crucial aspects of your life habitual. Lots of people focus on implementing big things. They try to make massive changes when actually all of your focus should be on the basics, the fundamentals. And it sounds counterintuitive, but if you can get the basics right, everything else will fall into place. So before we hop into the 3 habits, it's essential to know where we want to get to. What's the aim over the next 3 to 24 months? Is it to get in shape? Is it to scale your business? Is it to meet new people? Meet a partner? The 3 things I'm going to take you through apply to all of these objectives, but you need to be crystal clear on where you want to go. The first thing to focus on is your time management. You need to prioritize and habitualize managing your time. Lots of people fail because they build on a shaky foundation. They run their business or their lives day by day with no plan, being completely reactive with no predictability. And they only operate in the moment. So they jump from fad to fad or trend to trend, thinking that these trends are the answers to the problems. But all this does is cost them time or money or both. Whereas if you're in control of your time, you'll have almost complete control of everything that you do. You'll have a much more controlled, planned, and systemized approach that's going to serve you better in the long term. We only have a limited amount of time each day, so we need to have the ability to be completely intentional with it. So firstly, we want to schedule our non-negotiables. Each Sunday, it's a great time to plan the week ahead. And you can do that by opening up the calendar for the week and inputting these tasks, inputting these non-negotiables. Every successful person I've ever met runs their life by a calendar. So put those non-negotiables in. What are the things that you have to do? Family time, sleep, eating, exercise, and make sure you have them scheduled on a recurring basis. This exercise in itself is great because you only have to do it once. If you know that you pick your son up from school every day at 3 p.m. and you'll be back home by 4 p.m, mark it out and schedule it so it reoccurs on those days. You now know you can't put any other tasks in your diary at that time, and you don't have to think about it in the future. This is also a powerful exercise because we're putting the non-negotiables in first. We're focusing on the priorities, and this exercise makes them a priority. So go through your entire week and mark everything out. All the non-negotiables. To give you an idea of my calendar, I go to the gym at 6 a.m. every weekday for an hour. I meet up with my team every Monday morning, and I create content every Monday afternoon. I pick my daughter up from school on Wednesdays, then my wife and I have date night from 7 p.m. They're my non-negotiables. Nothing gets in the way of me doing them. After we've got them in the calendar, we want to input the task with the highest return on investment. Look at your priorities for the week. What tasks are actually going to move you closer to your goals? For example, if you know that creating a landing page for your website is going to increase the number of leads that you're getting, it's probably a high priority task. Stick it in the diary. Usually the high priority tasks are the things that you don't want to do, but almost most of the time they need doing. I manage my LinkedIn inbox daily from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's not a great task. It can get pretty boring, but it brings me leads. It helps me have conversations with potential clients. So some of it's mundane, but most of the time it's pretty good. So I give myself the time to do it every single day. The key here is to rid your calendar of anything that doesn't contribute to your goals. Things like meetings that don't need to happen, spending 5 minutes every hour checking your emails, going to the shop every day to buy food. Just do it weekly, or even better, get it delivered. Get rid of those pointless tasks and only schedule things that actually move the needle for you. And the last thing in the time management section is an exercise called Plan Tomorrow Today. This is something I've heard loads of people talk about, and with good reason as well. Stick 15 minutes in your diary at the end of your day, every day, to plan out tomorrow. Again, this might seem counterintuitive, but it's going to save you so much time. Rather than being reactive and wondering what you should do every day after you've woken up, you have a plan. It almost acts as a recalibration before you start. So sit down, look at the priorities today has given you, look at what's on the to-do list that's important and urgent, and then put them into tomorrow's diary. Honestly, these time management tasks have transformed my life. So don't wait. If you need to, pause this video and go and do them now. You're going to thank yourself later. The second habit is the habit of focus. Now, focus is hard. We've got people and machines vying for our attention every single minute of every single day. And without that clear goal I mentioned, it's easy to fall into the trap of responding to every question, every query, or every notification. So limit your distractions. Your phone and your email are the best or the worst examples. You don't need to be instantly accessible. Unless someone's dying or someone's in pain, most things can usually wait. So I like to put blockers in place. It's a great idea to have blockers in place to stop people being able to interrupt your focus. I've got a clear time every morning that I allocate for deep work. And during that time, my phone's pretty much disabled. Apple have got loads of built-in features to help with this, but they're not strong enough. They can all be overridden. About a month ago, I found an app called Opal. It's changed my life. It blocks any app that you want it to on your phone. They have a Chrome plugin as well, and you can't get in to the app. Now, as daft as this sounds, we're on a social media site right now, okay? We're on a platform. We're on YouTube. I'm on Instagram all the time. I'm on LinkedIn all the time. But I need to take time off those platforms to be able to operate at a higher level, to work on some of those priorities we mentioned in the first section. So I block myself out of email, of Slack, of LinkedIn, of Instagram for chunks of time so I can focus. Now, this is a big step. Not many people are willing to do it. I urge you to, but if you're not, at the very least, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Put it in a different room. Turn it off for a bit, because if you're letting those pings and those vibrations interrupt you every 5 minutes, you're not going to get done what you need to do. There's a reason that other people out there are making millions of pounds and you're not. And that's because they don't let small distractions interrupt them from big things. And one of the biggest things is actually to do less. The biggest lesson I've learned since I quit my job isn't to do more, it's actually to do less. So wherever possible, eliminate anything unnecessary. I mentioned that going to the shops daily to buy your food is a waste of time. It is. Eliminate it. But how? Well, you can batch your shopping so you only do it once a week, maybe on a Sunday morning. Or you could just order the shopping to be delivered. Again, it doesn't seem like a massive time saving, but if you're leaving the house for 30 minutes 5 times a week, that's 2.5 hours every single week. 130 hours over the course of a year. That's nearly a month of typical office hours. Think what you can do with that time. Another way to eliminate things is just to outsource them. Get someone else to do. And this video is a great example. Do I know how to edit videos? Yes. Do I edit my own videos? No, because that's not the best use of my time. So I pay the team to do it for me. And whilst that does cost money, it allows me to buy back my time, which is more scarce and more precious than any money. Maybe not any money, but you know what I mean? And you might have concerns about paying money to get things done. But if your time is worth more than the amount you're going to pay someone to help you, then you've just bought back your time for less than it's worth. Meaning you leverage your focus and concentrate on the things that matter the most, whatever they might be. You're buying back your focus. It's invaluable. And the last major habit is to prioritize the vital 3. The most important 3 things in everyone's life. And this is bringing it back to basics. I want to give you a few tips about how I effectively habitualize the vital 3 and context as to why they're so important. Firstly, sleep. Underrated. When I started my business, I was running on about 4 hours of sleep a night. Consistently, which is fine for some nights, but not for a sustained period of time. And I had some advice from a sleep coach who suggested a fix. She told me to wake up at the same time every single day. So now I get up at 5:30 a.m. every morning, even on weekends. And it only took like a week for this to become a habit. I forced myself to do it, and now it happens naturally. What this does is set your body clock to be ready at the time you wake up. And more importantly, it sets your body clock to get you to wind down later in the day. So now I'm tired by 9 o'clock, in bed for 9:30 and asleep for 10 usually, which means I'm getting quality sleep. I also recommend getting an Oura ring. They're about $250, something like that. It's one of the best investments I've ever made. It'll help you track your sleep and allow you to see where you need to make any adjustments. It does lots more than that too, but if you're struggling like I was, the Oura ring's amazing. So firstly, sort your sleep out. Secondly, diet. Big one. You get out what you put in. If you're just shoveling crap into your mouth, you're not going to feel great. You're certainly not going to perform at your optimum in any area of your life. Any of them. When I was single, I used to only eat takeaways and I would drink every weekend. Pretty heavily too. My body was a mess. I was overweight, I was tired, I didn't move much, and I didn't really enjoy life. And that's because I was putting shit into my body instead of healthy, nutritious foods. Don't get me wrong, I still drink very occasionally. I love pizza as well, but everything in moderation. 80-20 rule. So the best thing I did at the start, and I don't do it anymore, but at the start, just to get a measure on things, was track my calories. Only for a month, but it was mind-blowing to see what I was consuming. No wonder I was overweight and sluggish. Once I had this data, once I was on with 4 or 5 weeks of data, went onto YouTube and I stripped out some of the bad diet. I was aware of what it was, therefore I could eliminate it. Full fat Coke, alcohol, bread, burgers. I got rid of like 80% of it straight away, and it was relatively easy again after a week or two. Now I eat 4 eggs for breakfast, rice and chicken for lunch, and like a 500-600 calorie meal for tea with a couple of protein shakes and an apple. Lots of water as well. And I'm in a lot better shape. So look at your diet. Go and get MyFitnessPal, download it from the App Store, and input your daily calories for a week. Then do a bit of research. The older you is going to thank you for it. Which leads me to the last point, exercise. Again, it's a basic that's really, really overlooked. 4 to 5 times a week is perfect. And if you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous. Just make it a habit. And there's a reason everyone harps on about it. You know, it keeps your weight in check. It keeps you healthy. It boosts your mood, so you're going to look at things more positively and improve your outlook. Funnily enough, it'll give you more energy as well, and we all need more energy. And lastly, it'll help you sleep better. Just moving around for 30 to 60 minutes a day is going to change your life. I'm not a health coach, so I can't go into too much detail, but I've never been happier, healthier, or made more money. And I genuinely credit exercise for these improvements. Truly, I do. So go for a walk or go for a run or lift some weights. Like, you don't even have to join a gym. And there's a reason that all these new age entrepreneurs rave about it. It's because success is a byproduct of exercise. If you exercise, you increase your chances of success in whatever you're doing. So give yourself the best chance possible and start today. So there you have it, guys. The 3 habits that will transform your life. Time management, focus, and the vital 3. They'll also help transform your business too. Now, if you want to learn more about how you can transform your business even further, then click this video here and I'll break down some of the strategies that I've been using to help take my clients to 5, 10, 15, even 20K per month. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in this video next.